Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Sophie Soph, back here on Sophia's Football Talk to do a, what should I say? Reaction from the epic game between Norway versus Italy at Ullevål here in Oslo. Unfortunately, I was not able to go to the game. It was sold out in minutes. A bummer. But I did get to watch it. Wanted to do a reaction for you guys after the game, but I was too tired. But today, energy, I slept on it, and there's a lot to talk about because the World Cup dream is alive. Norway, last time we were in the World Cup was in the 1998 World Cup. I was 3 years old. And last time we was in the Euros was in the year 2000. That was when I was 5. So we haven't been in a major competition in 25 years. Next year, it'll be 26. Hopefully, this time we will be able to finally get there. And to be fair, it's looking very rosy. It's looking like it can happen. So before we fully dive in to dissect the game, talk about the goals, the performances, and what's next with upcoming games and all that good stuff. Make sure, of course, that you like this video here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are on the road to 6K, but let's get to 10K before this year ends, shall we? And like as well. Llewellyn says here in Norwegian, stor opptur, Sophie og alle i de ledige setene. I kveld føler jeg meg norsk. VM, her kommer vi. Basically, big, huge. It's a word that I'm looking for, but like my mind is blank. And all it's big up Sophie and everybody in the free seats tonight. I feel Norwegian. World Cup, here we come. And Han Sidinho, big up to you, says Nusa sin lekestue. Nusa's playground is Ullevål. Playground indeed. Also become an SFT member. Link is in the description box. But you don't want to hear me talk about all of that. Let's just get into it. So, Norway won. Incredible performance. Okay? 3-0. Not 1, not 2, but 3-0. All of the goals happened in first half. And what a brilliant first half we had. Lord have mercy. Let's not get twisted. The first few minutes, the opening, 15 minutes or so, it was more, or maybe not 15, probably more like the first 10, 12 minutes was more Italy controlling the game. But Norway, defensively resolute. We opened the goal scoring by having one of the hottest players right now, strikers right now in world football, in Alexander Sørloth, who's been killing it for Athletic Madrid. Not always playing starting, but comes on as a super sub. The last game, I believe, for Athletic Madrid, he scored a hat trick. Like, he's been scoring bare hat tricks. Okay? Against Barcelona, done well against Real Madrid. Like, the guy cooks. And for Norway again, he cooks. Probably could have scored more goals today, but he scored with a brilliant assist from Antonio Nusa, who been dealing with, when it comes to club level, been dealing with some injuries, 100%. But when he's on it, and we missed this guy, when he's on it, oh, he's on. He cooks. He really cooks. He plays for Leipzig. I think he could get an even bigger move. Even bigger move soon. He should. In one of the top 5 leagues, big clubs in the world, he should. Okay, because this kid is special. We will talk about him, but that assist that he gave fact that he's the guy, and well, you know what, we'll get into it. But Sørloth, let me give some props to Sørloth. Because this stream will have a lot of props to Antonio Nusa, for sure. But Sørloth kind of takes a little bit of that pressure off from Haaland. I like the type of system that we have been playing, though. I don't mind it. I don't. I actually don't. It's a 4-4-2, so with 2 strikers up top, and it's working. It's working. You, instead of having Sørloth be on the bench for Haaland, you can have them play alongside each other. Both can thrive, and both exactly did just that yesterday. 100%. His movements, technically, well done. Incredible. You know, not just that type of player that can, you know, score within the box, but more so like, hey, I'm going to do my thing outside the box, and I will drive with the ball. Give me an opportunity, and I will take it. And that's exactly what he did. So big up to Sørloth. Ever says, do you have Norwegian ancestry? No, I don't. To those of you who don't know, I live in Norway. I've lived in Norway my entire life. So Norwegian citizen. I've been watching Norwegian national team for both men's and women's for years, ever since I was a kid, supported them. So I don't really watch Norwegian club football like that unless they play in like Europe, like Odegaard did this season. But like for the national team, I will be following and I will be supporting. But yeah, no Norwegian ancestry. Just live here. And I love the country. So yeah. Sørloth is Atletico Madrid right now, isn't he? Yes, he is. FAR says correct. Yup. Big up, big up. Do you know a music group named Karpe? I don't understand the language, but the music is super. Yes, Karpe. They're incredible. One is Indian, one is half Norwegian and Egyptian. But a big group in Norway and Scandinavia in general. So yeah. Let's get back to it. So, Sørloth, like I said, wonderful striker. But this guy, this kid who is, this is his birthday. He's born in 2005. He wasn't even born. Okay? Last time Norway was in a major competition. Last time Norway was in a World Cup, he wasn't born. He wasn't born when Norway was in the Euros last time. Okay? He's 20 years old. And this kid is special. This kid is something else. The dribbling, this kid just proves that there's still hope for this generation of footballers. He recently met his footballing hero, Neymar. Incredible. He is so good. So good. That first assist, mwah. And the goal that he scored for the second goal, if only I could show you guys what I recommend you guys doing. Search it up on Twitter, Antonio Nusa, goal, and it will come up. Because that goal was creme brulee, creme de la creme of the creme de la cremes. Like it was, I just sat there like, what did I just see now? What did I just witness? How he sat 2 Italian defenders on their behind, on their bottom. That's literally what this kid did. I'm going to call him a kid, but he ain't playing as a kid. He ain't playing as a kid at all. But Lord have mercy, is he a special player? And what Norway have been missing. We've been missing somebody that can be a bit more of a, act like a different type of dynamic. You know, you got the, maybe not necessarily super strength, but you got the pace. You got the technical brilliance with the dribbling. But the IQ is there. Okay, and he's like, when he was asked about that goal, he was like, he couldn't even fully explain. He's just, I just do. That's what I love. Sometimes it's like, you don't even need to explain. I try to do this. I just do. I just do what calls to me. Okay, that's the type of natural footballers you need. That can also back it up with the numbers. Don't get it twisted. But you need football with your eyes. And you got the stats as well. But you watch it first and foremost with your eyes. Okay? And watching football with your eyes while watching this kid is incredible. Pick up man like Will. Hope you're doing well. He's just, it gives me hope, and I'm just happy that he plays for Norway. Okay? Oh, like imagine all of these kids, because there was a bunch of kids at the ground yesterday watching and looking up. You know, Nusa being like a role model for them and thinking like, dang, if he can do it, like there's a lot of kids in Norway that look like him, by the way, that'd be like, dang, if he can do it, I can do it. Because unfortunately, Norway for the last, ever since we got the new coach, and I'm not going to say it's his fault or anything, it's been a bit less diverse. I mean, in the last international break we didn't have a single person, to be fair, that wasn't really white. You know, that is something I hope we can, because we used to be before about maybe 6 years ago where there was a bit more diversity, and I hope we can bring it back. And I think we can. And we should. But when you see a player like that, a mixed kid like that, okay, person of color, a black boy right there, there will be other black boys and girls out there thinking, if he can do it, I can do the same with Oscar Bobb, who came in a little bit later, but we'll see him. Hopefully, we'll see him start against on Monday, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But I'm just so proud of following this Norwegian side and being able to see this. I need to, next time we play, hopefully we can play a good side here in Ullevål in the stadium. I need to go because I need to see this kid play. There's a lot of people be talking about Haaland, which we will get to. But this is why I feel like people don't understand. And if you don't watch Norway as maybe religiously as I do, or just fully kind of aware, then you wouldn't know Norway's not just about Haaland and Ødegaard. We have other ballers. I've already talked about Alexander Sørloth, Antonio Nusa, okay? You got the Oscar Bobbs, but you also got Sandeberg in that midfield, a midfield maestro. Okay, you got Ryerson in that right back spot. You got guys. Ayer as well in that center back role. You got players, and you still have Jørgensen Larsen on the bench. Okay, who plays for Wolves, done good for Wolves, done brilliant for Celta Vigo last, the season before he went to Wolves. You still have other players. And you have Oscar Bobb, like I said. You have Norway is a good footballing side now. We have good players. We just needed to click. And I feel like from the last few games I've seen, and we'll get into it, we've started to click. It's not just, Haaland needs to be this. You have other players that can take the pressure off of everything needs to be on Haaland. Because not everything needs to be on him. Okay? You keep doing your thing, Haaland, but you got other players that will show up as well. And that's what you need. You need a team to show up. And that's what's nice. After what I saw yesterday, I'm not going to lie, we better not bottle this, but I believe we can get to World Cup next year. 2026 World Cup, US, Mexico, Canada. I believe Norway can do it. And I cannot wait. That will be amazing because I have never seen that. Okay? I've only heard, when we won against Brazil twice. Okay? Back in the day. World Cup 1998. We won against Brazil in the group stages my dad told me about. Like, oh my God, Ronaldo. No. Like we were, doing some upsets here and there. I'm not saying go into the World Cup and go win it and go for. All I'm saying is just get into the World Cup. Get to the World Cup. First and foremost, qualify and get into the World Cup. Be there. You have Uzbekistan, with all due respect, wonderful what they've done. Never been to the World Cup before, and they qualified. There's other teams that's never qualified that done it. We have done it before. We just haven't done it in years. There's a full-on. There's basically at this point there's 2 generations that I haven't seen it, and I'm part of that generation. And there's kids now growing up that's never seen Norway, in a major tournament, let alone me. Okay? So for us, please do it, Norway. I believe we can do it. Sturla Solbakken, our coach right now, he's going to go after this World Cup. We're going to get a new one. We don't know who, but he's going to go. That's been reported. That's been confirmed that he's going to resign after this World Cup. Okay? Big up, by the way, Tulumba. Yes, surprise win for Norway. I was predicting 3-1 just because I just had a good feeling. And I was wrong. 3-0, even better. Clean sheet. That helps us. That helps us a lot. Third goal we had. Okay. Haaland with the Martin Ødegaard assist. And a brilliant assist that was, by the way. Pretty good assist. The link up between the two is just it's special and it's incredible. So I'm happy. I'm happy. And hopefully we can continue. And it was an ice cold finish as well from Haaland. Very ice cold finish. Like chef's kiss type of finish. Just cold as cold can be. Cold as ice. Okay? Putting Donnarumma on his bum. Like literally on his bum. Like it's not even a joke. On his bum. Okay? So yeah. No, I'm just happy. I'm happy. And yeah. By the way, if I didn't say it, Antonio Nusa's goal in the 34th minute, it was Morten Torsby who got the assist for that. Just to clarify. But it was a remarkable performance. And like I said, all the goals came in the first half. Second half was more so controlled defensively. Like, Italy didn't really have much to go with. They were just shocked. And, obviously, there's a couple of players there that play for Inter as well. So it was just even more of a disappointment. Shocking performance. Yeah. Norway and all so far in the 3 games that we played in these World Cup qualifiers. We've had 3 matches played, won all of them. 12 goals scored and only 2 goals conceded, by the way. Okay, 55% possession, 89% passing accuracy. No red cards. 10 saves. Come on, overall. And as things stand right now, this is the group. We're on top with 9 points and unbeaten. And you got, the other club there in second. Estonia in third, who we will be facing on Monday. I believe that should be an away game, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's going to be away to Estonia. Next international breaks after that will be in September. Early September. Yep. Where we're going to be. Yeah. Even when you look at the group, I ain't gonna lie. I think we could do it, I think we could do it. We started off very good. Of course, with Italy and Moldova, let's be honest, they only played, or Italy, I should say. since they, they lost the Nations League game to Germany in the quarterfinal in the last international break back in March, I believe. That's why they've only played one game, and that's the one that they lost yesterday. So they have a lot of catching up to do. But right now, I'm not going to lie, I think we could do it. If we win against Estonia on Monday, which we should be doing, we should, because we can be all giddy and super gassed by yesterday. But now you move on to the game on Monday, and you make sure you win that game. It's bank holiday here in Norway on Monday. And on Sunday. So make sure win that game so that we can go to work tomorrow. On Tuesday, and be gassed and be like, yeah, Norway did their thing. They're on 12 points. I wonder when they can be fully confirmed. I think we have to play everybody, don't we? Well, technically, we have. When we play Estonia, then I believe we would have played everybody because we won against Moldova. We won against, the team in second, who I will not name respectfully. And we won against Italy. So, yeah, go ahead and do it. Go ahead, get the job done, and do it. I believe, generally, that Norway can do it this time. If we don't, if by any chance we don't do it, then respectfully, then I don't know when the hell we're going to do it. Even Haaland, when he was interviewed, he said, I'm going to the World Cup. I will go to the World Cup and in the Euros. I will. I shall. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, not to be arrogant or anything, but like club level. Like, I've been successful. I've done my thing. But I want to do something with it. There's a lot of players who want to do something with their nation. Imagine, though, with like Haaland, Ødegaard, Nusa, Oskabo, Sørloth, Sandeberge, Ayer. All of the men that I mentioned and beyond, because there's more here shown. All of them. Because a lot of them are playing in around Europe, in the top 5 clubs in Europe. There's a lot of them. And also some in Norway doing their thing. But most of them, to be fair, I think so when we're really looking at the first team, most of them are not really playing in Norway. We're playing outside of Norway. Right? So right now, we should. And a lot of them would want to do something with the nation, want to win. Like, imagine all those players that I mentioned ends up breaking the drought that we've had for 6 years by not being in a single, nothing major tournament for years. We were super close back in 2016, and now only one we needed to beat. We had one game, a qualification game, playoff game, where we had to beat Hungary in 2016. And I remember we lost, but prior to that game, before that game, those 2 games, the pundits were making fun of the goalkeeper who was wearing sweatpants. They're like, how are we not going to be the team that has a goalkeeper with sweatpants? The pundits were moving mad. I remember I was like, why y'all being a bit too, like, I'm more confident now than I was back then. Back then, I was like, I don't know. I think we're completely being a bit of jerks right now. We're being a bit too arrogant when we shouldn't be arrogant. On paper, we should be beating a lot of different teams, especially now. When you look at this team that we have assembled, this is our golden generation, okay? The last one was back in, the 98, 2000, like what we had back then. Now, this is the golden generation. We should. All I'm asking, all I want is for us to qualify. I'm not saying even get past the group. Just qualify. Just get into the World Cup. That's all I want. Nothing else, nothing more. That's all. I don't even have big. Is that too much of a big ask? I don't think it is. I think I'm being quite reasonable to expect Norway, the country where I live at, which, I love this country. Okay? I look at it as my own. Somalia and Norway, potato, potato. Love them both. But I need to see Norway qualify. And after that, hopefully Somalia can get there once. Afcon just one time. One time. But that's a video for another day. We'll get into it. But now, here, right now, I need Norway to do it. And I think we can do it. Let me know your thoughts in the chat before we slowly but surely end this game. But like I said, Estonia on Monday. We'll probably we won't go live. We'll probably post a video reaction after that game. But I'm expecting to win that game. And hopefully we can have Oscar Bobb that gets to get some minutes. And yeah, we need to go for it. Go for it. Kill that game. Get lots of goals. We've been scoring a lot of goals as well, which is quite nice to see. Everybody's like, you get a goal. You get a goal. Everybody get a goal. It's quite nice to see. It is. So, yeah, I'm happy. Most important thing, the result. Number 2 as well, though, to be fair. You gave it. The stadium was rocking. And it's beautiful to see how gassed everybody is. Like the older generation, my generation, the youngins, even younger ones. Everybody's gassed. Super patriotic. I cannot speak today, but you know what I mean. It's nice. So all we need to do is make sure we still keep going. That's all. Get the likes up, people, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I might maybe be live tomorrow because I'm off on Monday. I'll probably do a live on Monday as well. There are some big news in regards to Man United. Got Nacho will be leaving Man United. So that's up there. So we need to do a transfer show. But I also want to do a call-in show. So maybe we'll do a call-in show on Monday and then a transfer show tomorrow potentially, or vice versa. But there will be some streams tomorrow and on Monday. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you have the notification bell on so you don't miss any of it. And also become a SFT member. Become a member of my YouTube channel. I know next season we will, trust me, there's a lot of stuff happening in my personal life that will be resolved, and we're going to announce some stuff soon in July with some updates, and we're going to make sure we do some proper content because the women's Euros will be starting July 2nd. Norway is there, so we will make a lot of content in regards to that, which I'm quite excited about. But yeah, we need to end it. Thank you so much for being here for this stream. I appreciate it. And if you've watched this on a replay, you like the stream as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. You know what? Let me see. Is there anybody that's live now before we go? Sometimes I've been forgetting. Let's check if there's anybody live. And by the way, subscribe once again. We're 3 subscribers away from 5,500. So if there's 3 of you guys that haven't subscribed right now as you're watching this, subscribe. Like, literally, it helps. It goes a long way. We're trying to become full-time on this thing, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to become full-time, so help a sister out. Who's live? Who should I? Who's live right now? It's not really many people that's live right now, you know. You know, let's just redirect you to Nusa. Why not? Why not? So yeah, we'll redirect you to Don Hussam, who's a Liverpool fan, but I call him Lusam because it's just funny. But yeah, show him some love, subscribe to him, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. SFT Raid.